Hello, if you see me for the first time, my name is Oti. You're welcome to this live session. And if you're tuning in from anywhere, just say hello and let me know where you're from. Hello, we are saying hello. So today I want us to talk about something interesting. These people. Anyway, let's continue. So what we're talking about today, I want us to talk about what do we do when we've consumed a lot of protein meal, high protein meal. Okay, because I realized absorption, metabolism, assimilation of food has a lot to do with what we eat and what we do to help accelerate that. I think so. When you're taking a high protein meal, let's say you had a chunk, not just a chunk, maybe like a handful of protein meat. So I figured a lot of us don't have this routine incorporated in what we do. So you eat a lot of meat and then you don't find the proportion of the enzyme that will help break it down for easy assimilation, for proper excretion afterwards. Do you have this habit ingrained in you? Do you eat pineapple after a high protein meal? Let's say you had a chunk of meat, very big one. I want your answers. I want to hear from you in particular. I'm seeing one yes, and that makes sense. Really? Okay, the numbers are adding. I think we have a first call already, but then I still want more people to respond to this. Do you take pineapple after a high protein meal? Let's say you had a big chunk of meat or chicken, could be beef, could be pork, whatever it is. Do you take pineapple or anything that's any of the, it could be any substance, it could be the one you bought, bromelain containing um any of those chemicals that can really help break down that protein for easy absorption, because I know a lot of us don't consider this and I want us to discuss about this. Do you eat pineapple after a high protein meal? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Either yes or no, so that we can discuss this. Okay. Oh yeah. We have like 10 minutes more so that we can begin to discuss this topic. Yeah. Let's go. 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 No, shouldn't show you my video. Somebody wants to peep. I'm saying no. No. Na 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 na. Yeah. Hello, scores. Hello. Hi. The names are a bit difficult to pronounce. No. Don't take this away. Oh yeah, let me have this. I'm using them. Oh, good God. These children. All right, take it away. I have mine. Yeah, so it seems that we have people who don't and those that take pineapple. But let's really understand why. Why should you take pineapple? Why should you eat pineapple after a high protein meal? Let's discuss this, because a lot of times we don't just so let's vote. Why should you take a high pineapple after a high protein meal? Okay, so since we have equal votes, I realized that a lot of people do. It's like saying 10 out of 10, we have 5 people who take pineapple after a high protein meal, and 5 do not take pineapple. Now, like I said earlier, pineapple contains bromelain, which is a unique, I'm not sure. Um, we can source pineapple has the highest, if I'm correct, the highest content containing fruit with of bromelain. And bromelain is a very good it's good to pair them with protein because it breaks down the protein very well. It will help with bloating. It reduces bloating. Pineapple is very good at that. And let's not forget, when you take in protein, it has a tendency to cause this forms gas, and you can come down with bloating. So that will not happen because obviously the protein will be properly broken down for absorption and excretion if it's not completely used up by the body. And now, of course, your body obviously assimilates it properly. Unlike when it stays, it just goes there to sit, and your body's not taking in anything, even though you've consumed a lot, right? So, if you know you obviously have the tendency to produce less stomach acid, because that is required as well in the breakdown of protein, then you need to top it up with pineapple. Very key, very key. Make it a habit. I mean, intentionally just buy pineapple and keep it in your fridge. That's the way to go. So if you have pineapple that has been sitting in your fridge, you are sure that every single day you're gonna have protein, right? And by the time you're taking in this pineapple with your protein, you are obviously giving your body what it would need to break it down and assimilate it, absorb it properly. I hope that's clear. Now, for those of you who don't understand why you should have pineapple after a high protein meal, I hope this makes sense. And especially for women, this is really the way to go. A lot of times we go to the store, we have to buy bromelain and just add it to our meals and top it up and be. No, it's cost effective to buy pineapple, right? It is. So I want to know, in your little way, okay, how often do you have pineapple, especially for those that do not consume it very often? Because I know that sometimes some people would say in a week, maybe once. It's not a daily thing. And I'm worried. I'm like, okay. So do you go check your kidneys? How are they working? Do you check what's the how do I put it now? What is it like when you do number two? Okay. In terms of the smell, is it really okay? Do you like it? And let's not forget, vitamin C is a proper vitamin in pineapple, which is also very good. And we are looking at iron. Iron absorption, which is also found in the meat, will need vitamin C, which is found in pineapple. Okay, so absorption of certain elements really needs the other elements to be present in a reasonable quantity for it to be able to be assimilated, absorbed by the body, and you will reap the benefits. Sometimes you will have absorption problem, not because you're not eating the right thing, but because your body is not able to take it in. That's why it's very key. It's very important. So, the real essence of this life was so that we can discuss this. And I see that a lot of people have joined, and so I want to say thank you, Leggett. So, if you've not answered, if you've not responded to these words, please do. Please do. What other benefits of pineapple should we explore? Yeah, for pregnant women, hi Reshmeke Mekter. Good evening. Good to see you. The other benefits is for pregnant women. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy around this that it causes the ripening of the cervix and it will lead to preterm labor. I understand that feeling. Okay. In as much as this is a subjective thing, which I feel like, yeah, if you have nausea very often, it really helps because I, for one, have benefited from pineapple as what? A palate cleanser. So if after a meal you want something sweet, something to clean up your mouth, and you're not, you love my hair. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, and you obviously want something that will help clean up your palate. Let's say you're out on a date. Please, by all means, don't eat fish and not request for palate cleanser. And pineapple could be your best option. Of course, you have to still brush when you get home, but at the end of the day, you need a palate cleanser at the time. So, for pregnant women, this is really good. For those at risk of cancer, you really need this for recovery. Whilst I can tell you for free that for some of us that live in the tropical area region of the world, it's one fruit that has very high antioxidant content, and you can really use this to reduce the inflammatory rates. Yeah, so if you consume a lot of milk, what's my favorite color? My favorite color, I would say purple. I would say purple because it just fits into the royalty parts. It also gives this neutral effect, and I like that. So back to what we're saying. Immunity has to be a top reason why you're consuming pineapple. For your immunity to be top notch, you need it. If you're pregnant, you need it to curb nausea. It has magnesium in it, it has potassium, it has copper, it has vitamin B6 as well. So when you're taking in these things, you're not taking it in because you want to. Same, wow, beautiful. Because it will add absorption, it will add digestion, it will add reduce your risk of cancer, of digestive issues, colon cancer. You like blue and black? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right, so it's a beautiful color. Um, yeah, just like purple. Purple has a color. I mean, pineapple has a color, and it's quite friendly. So in that category, you want to also make sure that when you're eating these things, please pay attention to what your doctor says. So when you're eating pineapple and you have you're suffering from ulcers like peptic ulcer, you want to be sure that you are not causing more harm than good. So, oh, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. 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 Everyone, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I love it. I love that for all of you that will send me super chats. I appreciate. I appreciate. Thank you, Resh. Thank you. See you next time. All right. So we said that if you feel this tingling sensation, I know there are different species. There are a lot of them. There is this Queen's pineapple and there's Cotonou pineapple, and it's quite juicy. I recall the other day I wanted to blend something like a cucumber, and I said, how will this taste? Just cucumber, no. I had to add pineapple, and trust me, that drink went from A to Z. And that you can drink afterwards, not the store, but now. Extract from home, make it concentrated, and add. You can drink that after your meal. You don't necessarily have to chew on it. It's for those who have tooth sensitivity, you have to be careful with it. It can cause more issues for you. If you have peptic ulcer, please by all means reduce at the rate at which you take it in. If you must, let it be that you've considered the quantity of meal you've had already. In other words, you don't have so much stomach acid in you to the point where you're taking in excess acid, which will definitely affect you. Okay, so you need to eat properly before you take it, and then you need to look out for how does this thing affect the medication, does it interfere with the medication I'm taking at the moment? So you really need to be sure that you are not allergic to it. It's okay to you to take it. And your sugar level, for those who love sugary things, please by all means check it out. Confirm with your doctor the reasonable quantity that you can take per time, so you don't go binging on it so much. And if you know you have the tendency to binge on sweet things, okay, you can take in sweet things and not hike your blood sugar level. So it's important to enjoy it to a level with in moderation. Okay, um, that's basically it. Does anyone have any other thing to say with regards to pineapple after a high protein meal? Because I think should be a norm for everyone. Very important. Very important. Okay, so would you be needing a recipe on how to infuse this? Because I feel like I've said it already. If you've had, you can eat them in chunks. If you're not, your teeth, you don't have too sensitivity to it, or you can just extract it and add it to your drink. Yeah, it's important. Yeah. Okay, so chronic diseases like cancer, inflammatory diseases, it's important to add pineapple to your meal and ensure that you get it done the right way. All right, so let me ask you another question. How often should you eat pineapple? Now we are done with the conversation. How often will you now be eating pineapple? Every day, as long as you're done with, as long as you have a high protein meal, you should have pineapple afterwards. Very important. All right, so um, on this note, want to draw the curtain. If you've not subscribed, please do well. It really mean a lot to me. It mean a lot to me. If you've not subscribed, you need to subscribe. Okay, I have on my channel, I have easy recipes for you. And if you don't find any interesting, just wait by subscribing and drop a comment somewhere. Yeah, I'll pick it up from there and make sure that I get you a recipe that makes sense. Okay. All right. So from me to you, peace out. Thank you for joining my life and see you in my next. Bye.